Is Veterans. Today is Veterans Day. It used to be called Armistice Day. Remember, initially a date to celebrate the end of World War I. It used to be a day when we'd get off school, but unbeknownst to most of you here in Illinois, Chicago School Board moved Veterans Day, so kids are going to school today. They moved Veterans Day to Election Day.
What?
See, nobody knew about that. I did. I complained.
My kids are off.
Oh, your kids are?
Yes.
Oh, ours aren't. In Chicago Public Schools for the first time, because it's my son's birthday, first time in 17 years since he's been, on this great planet, that he does not have school off on Veterans Day. And are they learning about veterans
today? That's a slap in the face.
No, they're not.
That's a slap in the face.
Yeah. Well, after World War II and the Korean War, Congress chose to, under the guidance of crucial veteran service organization, ditch the word armistice and switch it out with veterans. So we're honoring all veterans today. So if you know somebody who has served or is currently serving, call them up and tell them thank you for their service. Yeah. And how can you help veterans? Well, Honor Flight Chicago, which started back in 2016. And I went on Honor Flight Chicago 8 years ago. It was 8 years ago, and I'm just watching the video that we made, and the men that I've interviewed, they're all gone.
Wow.
One was Phil Schwartz from Betty Schwartz. It was a brassiere shop.
What was your nickname?
No, Betty Schwartz was the name of a brash store.
Oh.
And when we were younger, growing up in the northwest suburbs, you always go with your mom or grandma to Betty Schwartz to get that first brassiere over the shoulder boulder holder. And he was on the flight, and I interviewed him, and he's Jewish, and he said, as a Jewish man fighting in World War II to defeat Hitler, you must have had an extra burden on your shoulders. Yeah. And he said, you know why I did it? Because if we didn't win, we'd all be speaking German now.
It. That's true.
And they were on the front lines, and every single gentleman and ladies, because there were ladies there too, that were nurses that decided to pick up arms and fight. Their stories were incredible, I had a wonderful day.
I'm looking at your video right here playing over here.
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah, it's on the screen here.
Oh, that's Phil Schwartz.
And to
He's
see
since
these
passed
guys,
away too. I know.
To see these guys who put it all on the line to save this country, that's why we can't give up on it.
So with that, let's welcome Doug Meffley. He's co-director of Honor Flight Chicago, and he has a way that you can help veterans on this Veterans Day. Good morning, Doug. How are you?
Good morning, Amy and John. Thanks so much for having me on.
Good. Yeah, so how long have you been co-director of Honor Flight Chicago?
So I came in at the end of 2018, and our co-founder and CEO, who you know since you flew with us, Mary Pettinato, retired then, and this was a huge opportunity for me to honor both of my grandfathers who are World War II veterans. So I came on board to honor their service. And
now, how has COVID affected you transporting war heroes to Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, I mean, it's affected everything. So we've had to completely shut down our flights with those folks who are the most senior, the most at risk for everything. We decided that it was safe. The most safe thing to do is to not put them on the plane and take them to D.C. So everything is on hold, and we've shifted to honoring their service here at home.
Okay, and how can we do that? How can we help out?
So how you all can help out is we have a great partnership today with Chicago Pizza Authority up in Hoffman Estates. They got a brand new location they're opening up there, which what a time to open a new restaurant. But even in the midst of all that, they're going to donate a full quarter of their profits, their sales to us today, to our mission. Which is hugely helpful. Even though we're not flying, we're still super active. Generally what happens is veterans, we fly 100 veterans every flight. We've flown 95 flights since we started to D.C. Now we have World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War veterans all on the same plane together to D.C. But instead of them coming to us at Midway and our volunteers getting to see them there, our volunteers now go to them. So we have 2,700 veterans on our wait list right now. And so over the summer, we started over Independence Day, and we began placing yard signs and window decals at their homes as a way to publicly acknowledge their service and say thanks. So, and it's a special yard sign. It's got two different sides. One is meant to face the street, and it says, Honor Flight Chicago salutes this veteran, and it says the war that they were in. And then the other side says, Honor Flight Chicago salutes you. And that's meant to face the house. And so that veteran, every day when they look out in their yard and they see that someone is saluting them, that's what we've done. And it was conceived as a simple gesture to say thank you while we can't fly. And yet just the impact of every visit, every personal thank you, we say that our mission is not paused at all, even though we can't fly right now.
So can civilians purchase those yard signs? Because that's a yard sign I would love to have in my father. I found out who my father was after 40-something years and learned that he served in the Army in World War II. Can any civilian purchase that sign, and where can we get those signs?
So right now the signs are only for veterans who are signed up for an Honor Flight Chicago trip with us. Or our alumni, and we've flown over 8,000 in our history, and as Amy alluded to, so many have passed away, but so many are still with us, and so we're making sure that they're not forgotten in this time too. But what we love to do is have veterans who served during World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam War, who aren't signed up for an Honor Flight Chicago trip to get an application into us.
I'm signing.
And the easiest way to do that's honorflightchicago.org, our website, and we'll get you out a sign.
Yeah, I know a guy, Mario. He's 94 years old, still works out at the Elk Grove Pavilion, served in World War II and in the Korean War, and he loves to tell his war stories.
Wow.
And people, because we social distance still, but he's not afraid of COVID. He's like, if God's going to get me, I'm ready, but I'm not afraid of this. And he just tells war stories, and I would love to get him signed up. So it's honorflightchicago.org, correct?
You got it.
And how many World War II veterans are still, with us?
So we have, on our waiting list, we have a couple dozen who haven't flown. But among our alumni, and the vast majority, over 6,000, are World War II veterans. There's a couple thousand that are still with us.
Wow.
And a lot of them are doing really well, too. So we just delivered a sign to a 106-year-old gentleman, Gordon Kinney, served 106 years old.
What's he doing? Taking Balance of Nature? Come on.
Good plug.
He was carrying around a model of the plane he flew in, and was just he had so many stories. He was one of 6 brothers that all fought in World War II. He was an amazing guy. So
wow.
They're still out there, and we make sure that they know that we're still thinking of them.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to try to get over there by the Chicago Peace Authority,
Yes.
especially you said 25% of the proceeds go to the Honor Flight Chicago?
Exactly right. A full 25% are coming to us, the one up in Hoffman Estates.
All right. Thanks, Doug. And honorflightchicago.org if you have a family member or a neighbor who you want to sign up, because eventually you will fly again, right, Doug?
We will.
I mean, this is going to end at some point, right, Doug?
It is. We are on board with that.
All right. Thank you so much, Doug Meffley. And again, honorflightchicago.org is a place to go to sign up. And to help out, go to Chicago Pizza Authority in Hoffman Estates. And thanks, Doug. He joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
There's only one radio show in Chicago talking about today's biggest stories and telling you what they really mean. That show is this one, Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
Hi, I'm Rick Blavelone, second generation owner and CEO of Marketing Innovators and a customer of Signature Bank. Our family-run company was founded on the belief that connecting to people on a human level is the best way to build a great business.